It's an art stream. What I mean? Is this working? Hey! Here we go again for another week. I didn't bother Eric to make any posts because he's off in Rotterdam for tomorrow's TwitchCon adventures and festivities, and giving out all kinds of fun Kevin-related swag and, Streamlabs and Logitech stuff. If you'd like to participate in today's art stream, exclamation point giveaway, command giveaway in the Twitch chat, possibly in the YouTube chat as well. I keep forgetting to double check that. Is anybody that it says there's viewers? Normally people start saying I'm here in the chat right away, and nothing's popping up. So part of me is worried this isn't working. People might be chatting and typing in the window, but I can't see it, and I don't know what to do, though. But then, star 213 is first to say hi to me. Rivals lover, I thought you was a boy. Raphael says salute, and I say ahoy. Joss and Wolf Gamer's back again. Watching an ad. Oh yeah, I forgot. The capitalism trend. Eric the Strimmer. Ghosts of M. Rivals, read that name before. Anyway, hello everybody once again. It's another week of Artstream. My name is Curtis. This, of course, is Kevin. And if you would care to type exclamation point giveaway in the Twitch chat, possibly in the YouTube chat as well, I don't know. That will take you to the request form, and you can fill that out real quick. One thing is what I'm looking to draw for a person today, and Term Boy to the final frontier. Leia Coconut is also here. So yeah, put a request in there. Odds are I'll probably get to one. Usually do one and or start another one and finish it throughout the week. There is one that I'm working on. If Ren happens to show up, I am working on your logo. I just still don't like what I've done yet. And Letty, the Rapatu, says, please stop the stream. Do it tomorrow. Why? Why? I don't understand. Give me a good reason. Explain why you've said that. I really want to know so bad. Steffi Sequazi. So anyway, last week or a few weeks ago, I started doing this paint, North American paint bird. It started out looking like this. I guess I got rid of that rough sketch somewhere in here. Yeah, something like that. And I didn't like it, so I started it over again. And it turned into this guy here. And sometime, possibly in that same stream, we did a dog with guns. I can't remember who any of these were for. But anyway, If you want an emote or some sort of logo-ish design, let me know. And if you have requested something, and you didn't get it in your email, check your junk mails. I've sent a bunch out. Nobody has said, hey, I got it, thanks. So if you are V-Tones, check your junk mail, because maybe I sent you stuff. Whoever this person with the fishbowl head is, check your junk mail. Maybe I did. Dan's Nut. I remember that name, because I see you on my Instagram all the time now. Anyway, North American Paint. I forget who that was for. I can check. Oh, Erie Coffee. So yeah, add stuff. I'm going to hit refresh. Add your request to that list, and I'll start drawing something. And it'll be fun. Minso Countdown. Waving with a turquoise person. Turquoise person is waving. Sometimes I don't see the emotes. I just say the words the emotes wrote. And King One Move says, mod my chat and get off live, bro. Who are you, and why would you say anything like this to me at all? I draw pictures. I don't know who you're talking about. I don't do any of this stuff. I draw pictures. I'm not pinning anybody. I'm not modding anybody. I make up silly rhymes and I draw pictures. Anyway, speaking of drawing pictures, Sarah, get on to the list and find something new to draw for today. We're not staring at this bird for an hour and a half, if not 3 to 4 hours, Sarah, please. My name's not Sarah. My name is Curtis, and that is his touch toe. Word 2. Keep that voice. But anyway, Sod Mug Young Boy. Gonna jump into the exclamation point giveaway and add some stuff there, so I have some things to choose from. Because a lot of times there's stuff I just don't want to draw, and I want to enjoy the afternoon, so I'm only going to pick things that I want to draw. Skizzy whoop, arp, a choop shoot. Who said they love art? Latin no heat. Sounds pretty spicy to me. Ghosts of M with the Kevin emote. Angela Lansbury. Murder, She Wrote. In case you're wondering how old I am Murder, She Wrote references years old. I'm probably not old enough to be having that as a touchstone reference point. This is a North American Paint Jawbreaker. I think that's what it's called. Maybe I'm forgetting a letter in there. Yeah, Paint. P-E-N-T. But there's some of the stuff we've drawn over the past streams. All right. To draw that. I did one for that person, didn't I? I did. Giving me information that I have no way to track down and figure out what it is they want. All right, and here's something. When it says like in the column or the question that says your social profile, you can't just write Twitch. I don't know who you are. or what your Twitch name is. Hey, Dreambert. Dummy 3-piece, you should already know this. Anyway, alright, I gotta find something to draw here before. Let me refresh again. And everything disappeared. Okay, there we go. How do I figure out what your channel is so I can see what you're supposed to look like? Let me try this. I'm doing some hunting to figure out who you are. Is this you? I don't know. There's no videos or clips or any art, no streams. You gotta do this stuff and follow your dreams so I can have Momo has a question mark, but no words though. And hark, I can't come up with a name or an answer to explain what it is you want or need. Hi, Ladie. Ladil? Ladiro. Ladira Rapotu. Did we go through this before? Alright, anyway, there's one here that is a request for... what's going on here? Something happened. Even this, when you say like it's an emote and then don't describe any sort of emotion, this just could be anything. You know what? I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do this one. Is Leia Coco in the chat? Is Leia Coco in the chat? Hey, Ren. I've started your thing. I was trying to work on it this morning. I still don't like it yet. One of these days, I will send you a logo. I don't know your reference to, if you try to Google, if you try to look up, what is it? Tagged the map style. I just get a bunch of tagging photos of just everything that's ever been tagged on any sort of place which corresponds to maps. So I did just kind of pick something. I just kind of picked like, well, I'm going to go with this style. I've only ever done like graffito tagging style art before once, and it was an ET. And at a certain point, I'm like, I'm just using paintbrushes. I'm not good at this. Like on a fish. I get you. I know codfish. I'm from a fishing community. My family was all fishermen. I know we're talking about Call of Duty. I'm being willfully obtuse for no reason. So at least I have some reference point. I can look it up later and maybe better understand. What did I say I was going to draw here? Oh yes. What is this? I still don't know. I don't know your Twitch name because for the what is your preferred social profile, you wrote Snapchat or Twitter or Twitch or some other thing that I've never heard of. And you didn't put an emotion, so I'm just making up whatever I feel like. I'm making up whatever I feel like right now, and then I'll send it to you. And we'll see what happens. But this says, girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. They're gonna be happy. Cartiadra live. Is that how you say that? Is that how we thrive? Hello, Zevin. Ammo? Ammo. I knew this friend once, but before I knew who they were, and their name was Amma, and I was like, all right, there's Amma. How do we pronounce this? And then one day it was just like, filling out paperwork. It's just like, your name's Amanda? Like, yeah. Amma can be short for Amanda? And it's just like, yeah, why can't it? And I'm like, you're my hero now. You're my hero. That is such a, it's great. I love alternate shortenings of names. SwagX Gaming. Hello in Nepal, so far away from me, so far I just can't see. How is it in Nepal for thee? Have a good afternoon or evening or morning, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are, Ren. Hope everything's fantastic. I made the brush lighter instead of smaller. Properties. A little bit smaller. All right. Okay. What's my name? What's my name? I really wanted to break into a weird song there, but it just wasn't happening. This is too laid-back music. But my name is Curtis, and this is Kevin, and occasionally there's, oh, no, it didn't work. Oh, it didn't work again. What did I do? What did I do? Why did I break it? How did I break it? What did I do? And my age is none of your business. What's your name? What's your name? What's your age? I forget how I used to fix this. Alright, let's try this. Close. And reopen again. My age is old. I'll tell you how old he is. It's so many fortnights and years you wouldn't want to count. Oh, the fears. Waking up every day thinking about the solitude of oncoming death and sadness and aging and weakening. Oh my, so old, Sarah, so old. I'm not that old, Kevin. I'm not that old. I mean, you kind of are. Seriously, if we think about it, if we count the gray hairs in your beard, I mean, I think they're probably more than your actual age, but it's probably, more than close. You guys are awful. No, it's fine. But I am of that age where it's like, hey, I don't like talking about my age anymore. Like, I remember having this one boss who was turning 30 when I was like, 20, just turning 20, 21. Just getting fresh out into the world. And, what am I doing? There we go. Slightly, there we go. Got things attached to my tablet so I can press some buttons, but they're hiding my screen. And yeah, I just remember being so freaked out about turning 30. It's just like, you seem like you're like 2 years older than us. Like, it seems like no big deal at all. And then when I was turning 30, I'm like, hey, I don't get what his deal was. This still seems like, 24 as opposed to 21. This isn't that crazy. And then when you get to be about 40, then I'm like, oh, this is what people complain about. Feeling old, things hurting for no reason, freaking. Armor of Faleroy, armor of Volferoy, armor of Faleroy, I can keep saying this, oh boy, and never get it right. What am I drawing now? It's like sometimes when you really want to draw something kind of cartoony and silly, and then why are you two? I'm gonna guess because you've only been alive for 2 years, but yet somehow extremely advanced for a 2-year-old. I don't know any 2-year-olds that are, chilling in a Twitch chat, having conversations, and asking the big questions, like, why am I? The real answer, why am I not? And there's no answer for that, so why not? Why not just be? If one must be, then, be the best bee that you can be. Are you telling people to be bees? What did that even be? I don't know, man. I don't know. And that's Milo. The cat's name is Milo. That's my thing. That has nothing to do with Streamlabs. That's just a weird cat that used to be alive, and now he just wreaks havoc in my life in cartoon and comic strip form. And that's fun for me. And that's fun for me. And not for me, I keep telling you. There's no time for letting cats in and out of the door like some sort of some kind of farm. Is this some sort of farm with mice that need catching? I think not, Sarah. I think not. There was that one time there was the mouse, though, and that was fun. Big cartoony eyes, 'cause they didn't specify. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. Sometimes when I'm making an art for somebody, all of the times when I'm making an art for somebody, even if it is out of the kindness of my heart, I genuinely want to do it. The fuel that fuels me, the fire that burns deep inside me to make art, is often the fuel of spite. So sometimes it is just for the sake of here's not enough information to go on. So then I'm like, all right, cool. Don't give me enough information. I'm gonna have some fun with this. So although this just said blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl, I feel like I get to interpret that any way, shape, or form, and since I can't track down their channel or whatever I looked up, it led to nothing. But like I said, if Leia Coco is in the chat, feel free to chime in and let me know what's going on. Melanie, 1984 MCs, dropping those beats and bars and celery. Like Captain Vegetable, a crunch, crunch, crunch. My reference is from Sesame Street Lunch. In the 90s. Genuinely just pulling this out of my butt. All the little critters in the chat are waving. I'm not trying to be staving them off at all. I like the little critters when they sneak into the mall. It's fun, adorable, and enchanting, like a Disney movie. If a squirrel or a bird is hopping around the mall, all the little kids are not very tall. I don't even know. The more I draw this face, the more I realize I'm definitely flashing back to a TV show that I worked on a million years ago. And although this isn't that character, there are some things about it. That are similar. Because no matter how long ago you used to ride a bike, even if you were just a little tyke, the music stops and that's okay, cause I'm gonna finish the rhyme anyway. You keep remembering that stuff for life, even though you're old and you've got an old wife. What? Oh, Manba. You're the worst music producer in the world, if that's what you're thinking. You know what I do, Mamba? You know what I do? And I listen back to them, I'm like, wow, I've got to learn some real timing, but then I don't. This chair always feels too high when I'm doing this stream. But on my Instagram, my most recent one was there's a sign just down the street from where I live that I never noticed before that said, what was it? I can only hear this music now. But it was a sign for like lasers, fillers, and Botox or something like that. And I'm like, we have that around here? Like, I've never noticed this. And it's like literally like a half a block away. I see you looking at me. I'll judge you, Kevin. Let's drop you down to this layer. So every once in a while, I'll see a sign, and I just have to turn it into a weird song. I was waiting to get into the car wash one day, and they have the big long set of rules, so I threw my camera on, but the reflection and everything was just way too much, so you can't actually see the sign, which I think the song is a lot funnier when you can see where I drift away from the actual rules, and just, just whatever, just meander improvisationally. That's not a real word. Not if I can say the word. And then that's when my friends and or relatives are like, you're not weirdo, crazy. You could have just left it at the emoji where it's just laughing and happy. You don't have to essentially call me stupid. I know what they're saying, where it's like, oh, you're so nutty and fun. But when it's the only thing that they say, sometimes it's like, hey guys. Sorry, my fun is stupid. I know that it is, but you don't have to keep telling me I'm stupid every time I do it. And then wonder why I don't visit you. Anyway, what was I about to do? I wanted to make this brush slightly thicker. There we go, that feels nice. Exactly, Manba. Exactly. Like, I'm a relatively serious person. Like, I get stuff done. I take care of things. I'm responsible. That's what everybody likes about me. I do my best to help out and do what I can. Brutal Ghost, hello. But I spend a lot of my time, making just nonsense little cartoons and comic strips and whatever. And yeah, when I went to the laundromat, there's a big sign that says whatever, wash, fold, or wash, dry, fold, repeat. And so when nobody was around, I just filmed those words and just made up a quick little rhyming song. And I'm not gonna lie, 90% of the time, it's all basically the same song. But it's a fun thing I do. And some people are like, oh, that's fun. Yay for fun. I'm like, yeah. And some people take the time to go, what's wrong with you? Why are you like this? And I try so hard not to say things like, why am I grabbing my stuff and leaving right now? Why am I like that? I'll leave you alone to figure that out. I'll leave you alone after asking me what's wrong with me, after I told you a fun story about being fun. You can figure out why I'm just leaving now. Like, a long time ago, I worked in this animation studio that drove me mildly insane. Alright, this brush is too thick. Let's go with 12. Back down to 11. 11 was the one. And there was this guy that worked at the studio, and I was already stressed out enough at this job because it was just like, hey, you're going to work in an animation studio. You're at a table that's like 30 feet long with like 10 other animators. There's another table behind you. The other side of the table is another, 10, 15 people, and just in one big open room with like 50 people. And I'm just like, this is not how I feel comfortable drawing or animating. So much like with the live stream when it's like, all right, I'm going to do most of it here, if not finish it, but odds are when no one's looking at me, that's when I'm going to actually get some real work done. But it was super fun. Had a great group of people around me that were always great to come up with ideas with, just joke around with. Everything is fun. But there was this one guy, Gord, who was a big, 6 foot, 6 guy, 6'7", just an absolute giant. I forget, I can't remember if he was a background artist or a producer or both, but whatever, I know he did good art. I knew that, as far as I know, he's a nice guy, but he is very intimidating to look at. And he never really, we never talked. He would usually come hang out with Fun Dave, who sat behind me, who was a guy named Dave, who was fun. And, never gave me 2 seconds. Or, he was just scary enough that I was like, I'm not going to be talking while this guy's around. I know that I'm annoying to big, scary metalheads, so I don't want to get stabbed. It's Felix. Felix is playing. If I could remember, I would be saying the theme song to Felix the Cat. Which there was one. Twisted Tales of Felix, Twisted Tales of Felix, the Twisted Tales of Felix the Cat. Those are some of the right words to the Felix theme song.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful.
Melody or beat are probably way off. So anyway, didn't say too much. I obviously knew who Gord was. He was a giant in the studio, and I was, for the most part, quiet, other than within my little circle of friends that would have a wonderful time while we animate. And then one night, couple people had a little kind of impromptu garage band type of deal where they like to. No, it's real, Kevin. Don't look at me like that. Where they're like, hey, we're gonna take over the pub, the bar, the whatever down the street here, and we're gonna do a musicking show. And it's like, awesome, this will be fun. You know, basically everybody went there. They were awesome and great. Fun Dave was in the band, and Gord the Giant was also in the band. Hey, Sammy. All right, that's enough, Sammy. Calm down. One W is more than enough W's. So they'd played, I'm not sure if they did their whole show or they were taking a break, and it was just like, you know, a handful of people in a little circle, and I just vaguely remember like talking to Fun Dave, and Fun Dave was just like, hey, like that was fun. I was like, that was amazing, Fun Dave. You guys are incredible. Oh my God, how are you not recording this? Blah, 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 blah. Just so impressed, and just, you know, making jokes, talking, being myself. And Gord, who scares me, was just like, hey man. I'm just like, yeah, hey Gord. Or I think he was just like, hey, like, went to shake my hands. He's like, hey, like, I'm Gord. And I'm just like, yeah, I know who you are, Gord. We work together. Like, this is not the first time we've met, guy. And he was like, no, but yeah, like, no, but I hated you. Like, until just now, I hated you. I'm just like, cool, Gord, cool. I was like, I get that, but I was like, but we've never really interacted. You don't actually have a reason to hate me yet, other than, you know, just the look of me from a distance. And that's what it was. He was just like, listen, man, he's like, you know, from a distance, like, I'd come over to talk to Dave, and I just see you there with your dumb, goofy smile, just looking like an idiot, and I just hate you, and it's like, I hadn't been there for a long time. And I was like, and I get it, like, you have no reason to like me. It was like, but you don't really have any reason to not like me. You know, I work hard, and the people that you like here like me, so, but again, I don't really have any reason to be terrified of you, other than you're a big man who clearly likes to look somewhat menacing. Like, you know, I mean, talking like big, giant, like leather jacket, you know, some spikes on it. I know that underneath all of this layers is still a relatively big dude that, you know, with one swipe of his mighty telephone pole-like arms, I'd be launched across the room, you know? He doesn't seem like a violent person, but there's some people that are just like, hey, I'm just a friendly little artist, but, you know, I'm gonna create this wall of mystery. So nobody messes with me. I need a better hairstyle. But then he was basically like, but anyway, yeah, you seem really cool and fun. I just wanted to say, like I don't hate you now. It's great to finally meet you and realize you're not an annoying child. I'm like, thanks? Like, wow. And I have to say, I was like, although in the moment I was terrified. Hey, Saul. You know, it was fun. It was still fun at a certain point. But I'm like, yeah, no, I get it. Like, I've met lots of people in my life, and you do either, for the most part, just like, hey, you seem fun and interesting, or you talk too much, that's enough. Like, yep, I get it. But 1,000 times over, I'm just like, all right, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go. I'm tired of hearing my own voice, and nobody else here wants to say anything, or they keep prompting me to tell more stories, and it's annoying to you. So I'm going to go. And they're like, no, stay. And I was like, no. See, now I'm just putting on a show, and I feel weird for doing that. Sometimes. Whereas here, it makes sense, because it's like, hey, yeah, I'm here to draw pictures. But there is still a camera. There is still, you know, characters to mess around with. still making things. There's music. Everything about this is a show. You know, anybody that does a stream, does a YouTube channel, does a whatever that is. And the reason isn't for entertainment, or if it is just like, I just want to get the information out there. I want to educate people about the thing that I know about, or whatever it is. It's still a show. It's still a show. So it's, you know, it feels correct and necessary to be making a show. Hey, Mackinnon, the official. There hasn't been another one. Exactly. And that's what therapy's for. Like the amount of time I spent, you know, doing dumb little stop motions with you know, my action figures, and wanting to collect more specific like He-Man action figures that I didn't have from my childhood, or the ones I did have, and then finally actually sit down and animate them the way that I did when I was a kid, where I would just, you know, but we didn't have cameras in our pockets. We didn't have cameras, period. And if you did, it took like 3 months to get the pictures back. So, you know, it was by no means just messing around with doing stop motion for fun. So I would just like move my action figures frame by frame, mentally take pictures and imagine like, if I could play this back, this would be animated, huh? Maybe someday.
Yeah, maybe every day can be stop motion day if you know, clean off the stop motion area and get back to animating some Skeletor fun. I'm just waiting over here. There's so much garbage on the stop motioning table. Please, I'm begging. He-Man.
So stuff like that. But normally I would look over there and it's like, hey, there's Skeletor sitting in his living room. But Megatron is there, and a mountain of stuff that used to be on this table over here. But I moved that for the stream. Why was I saying this? Yes. So literally, this wasn't that long ago, like during pandemic, where I was like working on a film for somebody that was, although, you know, the point of it was kind of an uplifting tale of, you know, getting over generational trauma and horrible abuses and racisms. In order to animate the part of the film that's about persevering and moving forward, growing, etc., I still had to animate all the stuff that was super sad. And it was making me super sad. So I was like, all right, you know what? Back to therapy again. I remember, like, this therapist was just so, I just want to say, like, standard mom type lady who literally was online therapy, and I'm just like, hey, I'm trying to boil this thing, so give me some time, and I'm staying at my son's house and babysitting his dog, and it's like, you're a very nice person and stuff, but I'm like, this is once again just become me doing my material for the week. Here's everything that I witnessed this week, and here are all the things that I've thought about, and now you tell me that I'm not crazy for thinking these things, and then they do. But mostly I'm just like, you're laughing it up. You're having a great time, therapy lady. I feel like I should be charging you, because at the end of this, I'm doing all the work. Because I'll be like, this is how the thing is. This is how I thought. Is this the right way to think? Like, that's exactly what you should have been doing. All right, cool. So this should be a show for other people to watch, not just for you. But at a certain point in that particular with that particular therapist, yeah, that's fine. one of the things was literally like, hey, therapy lady. You know, the world is crumbling around our ears. I'm terrified of what may be, what has been. We're locked away, etc. I'm washing my laundry in the tub by hand, like it's the 1920s, or older than that. I don't know. But I was like, trying to give myself the permission to literally, this was like, I wanted to take Skeletor or Merman, I forget which one it was. I was like, I just want to do, it was like, why can't I just sit here? I've got the gear, I've got the computer and stuff, like all the things like little Curtis wanted as a child. Like it's literally, it's in my phone, it's in my computer now. Like I have all the gear to just do a stop motion for fun. I don't have to turn it into a job or a side hustle. It just be a fun thing that I do. And if you're talking to me without translating your text into English, I cannot read it. I know a handful of French words, smaller handful of Spanish words, and that's about it. Just a musical nugget. I'm pulling out notes from a musical bucket. I don't like the direction I'm on right now, but through I will plow. Batman mouth. Actually, I forgot. Oh, go ahead. No, I'm not stopping you guys from having a conversation. I'm just saying, I don't know what you're saying. So if it's about me, be polite, and if it's to me, I'm not getting it. But yeah, have fun. I'm just gonna look up. We'll change it to a hairstyle more like that. Then in IRL, we got a pizza fan. You know his name is a Pizza Dan. He's the #1 pizza in the Dan fam, and he's asking a question that I can understand. Is toffee pudding sticky or slimy? Is it all gross and grimy? I don't actually know. Oh, blimey. That's all I can think of. Don't find me. Captain Barmy's back in the chat. It's been so long, and imagine that. He's got a dog and action friends, saving lives and doing some men's on his backyard. Digging a big old hole and filling it with frogs. Building some muscle. Working out Jack, getting ready to defend and attack. That was way too long of a pause. Way too long of a pause. Oh, that looks dumb too. Let's go. Yeah, some Something like that. That looks a little less crazy. Frogs spawn. Tadpoles on the lawn. But if they are, it's not cool. It means a bird dropped it during school. How's it going, Captain Barmy? Still raising money. No need to explain. Doing what you can to save the Ukraine. I know I'm not supposed to say the. I learned that on a Canadian sitcom. Bruh. Pretty good, pretty good. You know, being my usual general fear of the world captain. But honestly and for truly, you know, because I'm a person who's afraid to go outside and do things. I always do enjoy it when, you know, well, I worry. The same as when my friend Keith would always send me like, hey, I'm going skydiving again. I know you don't like it when I do that, but I'm doing it. And I'm like, oh, Keith, stop jumping out of planes, you crazy kids. That same way where I'm like, oh, I'm glad that, you know, in a world where there's so many people that have the chance to absolutely be a hero, they are 110%. They are 1 billion%. Wink. They are 1 billion% in the zeitgeist, in the exact place. They have bat caves. They have bat caves. Don't even get me started on how they already have bat caves. And I feel like you're drifting politically into a dark space, Sarah. Perhaps keep it fun and delightful. You know, not too...
Yeah, caves. More about the caves and the dripping in the water and whatnot. Is there lava in said cave, man?
And that's what I do when it gets too dark. Gotta talk to characters and say, I'm not a narc. Oh, man. But yeah, no. In all seriousness, in a world where there are people that are just like, I have everything, I could spend my time and energy, just doing amazing things for people, and then they don't. Instead, they're just like, I blew up another $5 billion for no reason. Like, all right, cool. That's your jam to spread on your bread. That's fine. All right, that's how you toast your toast. I'm over here making grilled cheese with lactose-free bread, lactose-free cheese. There's also no lactose in the bread, or else we'd be having a wicked farty good time right now. But yeah, people like the captain that are literally putting themselves in not only raising the money, so it's like, here's money so other people can help people. I'm going to physically, renovate this van. I'm going to rent this, buy this. I'm going to gather some people or meet up with other people and, create this new Fast and Furious style family of I want to say anti-heroes, but not anti-heroes. But somewhere, Captain Barmy, the same way that I do a lot of my art out of spite, I think that the captain is the same way, where it's just like, oh, you don't want to be the most helpful little frog in the pond? Well, I'll show you, and I'll show you. It's just like, you don't deserve a birthday cake. You don't deserve a birthday cake. Like, oh, well, guess what? Everyone's getting a birthday cake out of spite from me. Huh? Oh, a bunch of cranky old racist anti-vax maniacs doing work in my apartment, and I'm just being pushed around, and I'm hating the things that they're saying. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? Take the stupid advice from my crazy old dad of go get them a cake. Do you hate your neighbor? Get him a cake. Kill them with kindness. Hey, Carls. Chaotic good. So yeah, I went for a little walk while I left these people in my apartment. Well, they're just, genuinely just saying things that are like, You know, like, hey, you know, we're okay with stuff. We're not homophobic. We're gonna make a bunch of homophobic comments. Hey, we don't hate women, but we're gonna just keep harping on how women are garbage. Hey, we're not racist, but we're gonna say some racist things. So I went and I bought them donuts. So I went and I got a box of donuts and brought it back. Like, hey guys, here's some donuts. Hopefully you have a good time and nice things happen to you. And weird little nerds like me remind you that we're all in this same ridiculous factory. Great Carl's Streamlabs. Please make my X chat appear on the living stream. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Doesn't that work? I'm pretty sure I can switch over and I just have to give her permission. Don't you? You can have multi-stream. I'm pretty sure. But again, I'm not the one who has answers. I draw pictures and I talk to imaginary characters. And if I was to say, hey, stop giving answers that you don't know the answers to. Let me just say, exclamation point. You're going to type exclamation point support, and that will hook you up with the support channel. If you want to keep harping on a feature that you want, that's, you got to just keep asking for it, honestly. You just got to keep asking for it, and eventually somebody says, hey, that cat keeps asking for this thing over and over again. Maybe we got to give this cat what he wants. Maybe this cat, deserves the thing that he wants, and he's right. And that's just what I'm saying. All right. As much as Milo's just trying to get me to listen to him more, which sometimes I do have to do, and I don't. But yeah, exclamation point support. If you have any questions, concerns, or even just, I'm going to say demands in quotes, but dreams, hopes and dreams for what you'd want to see out of Streamlabs, what it's possible of? Oh, for the love of fun. What if I could use words? But anyway, there's always people that are listening and feeling those things, and they do say, like, hey, we should make this thing work this way, or it's just not physically possible because of partnerships and APIs and whatever. I don't know, man. Hey, Eva. Yeah, exactly, man, but I went down a weird tangent there. But yeah, sometimes when the locker room talk starts, I've got to turn into that guy that says something crazy, but the crazy thing is so overtly polite and positive in the opposite direction. They're like, oh, like, what's wrong with you? And I'm just like, can we all take a minute and think about who was saying the bad things and who was saying, well, what if we were just nice to people? And then I'll let you guys fight amongst yourselves. Smoke bomb. God. Rogue versus 2026. Ooh, not versus. That's probably version 2026. Were you a rogue before this year? And had to become more roguelike and had to steer into the swerve. I don't know what I'm saying. It's graded on a curve. I've got 5 sisters, so I don't have patience for locker room talk, especially in regards to women. Manba! Stuff like that. Exactly. Like, I just still don't understand how anybody, like I hate to, I'm not, I feel like I'm going to be being mean right now, but I do find this crazy, or, it's not crazy. It's just the cognitive dissonance, there we go, that so many people have, where it is just like, oh, if somebody ever looked at my dog the wrong way, oh, they'd end up in a shallow grave, and I'd call the police, and I would this and this and that. And it's like, wow, like, you're real protective of your dog. And then the same person would just like, oh, these neighbors over there, oh, wouldn't I love to just walk over there and kick their cat in the face? Like, hey, guy, why can't you associate this with that? and sometimes it really does take, like, you have to be inundated with a thing before you can relate it to another thing. Like around here in this town, the amount of times somebody says the thing where it's like, oh, well, these guys, they're from this place, so they think they can do whatever they want to do. And it's just like, so hard. Like, if I was a tough person, I'd be getting into probably lots of violent altercations. Just because, like, so badly you just want to grab somebody and shake their head and just be like, hey, I don't know if you've noticed this, but you're from here, this town, this street, and for some reason, why did I do that way? What am I doing? Is this what we're doing now? Is this the rule?
Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Every lo-fi channel has to have a bit of NASA audio, or it's not lo-fi, and you gotta go. But yeah, like, so often just like, how have you not noticed where it's just like, the people that are just like, I'm just gonna park on your lawn, like, you do that because you're from here. Like, I'm just gonna take this, like, and just do whatever because I'm from here, so I know how it works. Like, no, you know how it works, so you feel like, I can just shirk all of the norms of society because I'm from here. Instead of, no, you also have to behave like a human, just like anybody else is supposed to behave like a human, and the thing that you're accusing people of isn't happening. You're doing it. You're just complaining about the things that you did. But I don't know, like, it's very rare I get a cab, because, I don't like to go places, and I live pretty close to everything. In my little small town, and I have a car. And if I don't feel like taking my car, I walk. I put gas in my car so rarely that the last time I put gas in my car, I'm like, oh my god, this is how high the gas prices have gone? Like, I know that they're up crazy, but until I actually fill up my little Kia, it's not till I'm like, oh wow, my tank wasn't empty. And we're already up to $40. And it used to cost me way less than $40 to fill my entire tank. I forget why I was saying all of that, but I know it was still just political, socio-economic commentary that doesn't really have any place on this stream. But something about... Oh, yes, that's what it was. I really wish that it didn't take, and I understand that is how it works, but I really wish it didn't take, having a woman as a friend or a mom or a sister before you're like, oh, I'm going to start treating these people like real people. And for whatever it is, when I go back home to where I'm from, I can't stand it, even though it's the same as here where I am. I'm only 3 hours away from where I come from. But around here, when somebody's being overtly racist or whatever, I can just be like, don't be like that, and walk away. I don't have to be this person's friend. They're just some person and whatever. Finish ordering your food, and I'll be on my way. I'm not trying to get murdered today. Occasionally, I will say something that kind of makes it seem like I'm trying to get murdered. But it's hard sometimes. It's very hard not to say, hey. Politeness is free. Politeness is free. And then a very large man threatens you as he walks away for the next 5 minutes. And by you, I mean me. But in that same way, like I have friends, or at least one specific friend that keeps using AI art, even though I just keep posting, hey, don't do this. Don't do this, especially if you're running a business and you're posting pictures of things that you also sell, but they don't look like the thing in this picture at all, and it's also physically impossible for it to look like in this picture. You know, it's not cool. You used to be an artist. How do you do this? How do you do this? Like, how is it you're not just making this yourself? Like, why would you want to have a business if you're, you know, if actually doing the things, if it wasn't because you're just like, oh, I want to be connected with the artists and the creative people that are going to make these things, and I want to do this part, or you want to do it all. You know, 1,000 years ago, I remember Rob Zombie talking about the fact that he was like, one of the reasons, like, I didn't just want to make music, I wanted to make album covers. I wanted to make the artwork. I wanted to do all of the things. Like, why are you in a band if you don't want to also do all the band things? You know, if you just want to quietly sit and play a guitar, then just quietly sit and play a guitar. But if you want cool band art, don't you want to do that, or at least be, you know, meet the cool album artists, you know, synergize with people you enjoy, as opposed to finding a way to, like, I love what they do, how do I replace them? I don't want to do it, but if only there was a way I could not associate with these people. But the same reason, like, I always wanted a skateboard, but it's like, I can't be a poser. I gotta get a skateboard. I'm gonna have to learn how to actually ride the skateboard. But the only reason I want the skateboard is because I want to make the skateboard art on the skateboard. I just want to paint the skateboard. And no, I don't have the balance for a skateboard, so I never did. And, every instance of, hey, we're having the paint a skateboard art show, we're just like, what? How do I keep missing these things? Like, oh, you totally should have got in on that. Like, well, you're the only person that I know who knows about it. So why didn't you tell me about it? But yeah, same reasons, just like, oh, I want to have a band, but it's because I want to do all that. I want to make music videos. I want to make the songs. I want to make the artwork. I want to do all the things. And hopefully 2026, Rogue, this is your year for all of the things.
Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
I'm getting sick of NASA popping up in every song like it's classic. I can hear you in the background talking in your radio with your crackly sound. It's cool to just have a beat. You don't need Starfleet. What? Valentine, I never would have guessed that. Got a V for Valentine. It's like a heart with a star shine. Oh, damn it. I was trying to think of the word. The word. It would have basically just been the same rhyme again, though. It would have been just star sign. But at first I wanted to mention, what are the star signs, Kevin? What is that? What is that word? All I can think of is celestial. Don't judge me like that, Kevin. Don't judge me like that. Are you thinking horoscopically? Or perhaps, the signs of... No, that's still the same thing that you said, Sarah. I don't know. There's only so much room in your head for both of us to think, so I think we're at a loss.
That's 1 small step
Astrologically, you boobs, dundering around. Beastman even knows that. Beastman of all, the beasts of man.
Also, Zodiac. Zodiac would have worked as well. I got a crab on my sign, or a sheep. It's fine. One's on. Two different things. But anyway, the crux of everything that I've been saying is, hey, Emma, ammo? I've forgotten again. Letty. But yeah, I was like, in an ideal world, for me is what I wish for the world. What if I scroll down here to make sure I have not missed anything work-wise? All right. Railroading, derailing, I should say, the thing that I was saying, by looking at other words. But yeah, in an ideal world, for me, I would just love to believe in a world where you go outside and people are nice, and that's their reason for being nice, is to be nice. You know, I hate everybody. When I go outside, I hate everything. I'm afraid all the time. I'm nervous that people are stabby, nervous that people are, want to punch me in the mouth, and I know that they do, because sometimes they actually say it in words. Hey, you deserve a punch in the mouth. Like, yeah, sometimes I do, but not if I'm saying, hey, let's all have a nice day. You're annoying. Oh, you need to cheer up, guy. You need to cheer up. I just use the circle tool. But it is true. It's how storytelling works. The hero's journey from beginning to end. Any movie, you can't just have, you can't just have somebody realize their whole story arc for no reason. You can't have some Disney character exploring the world and figuring themselves out and becoming the chosen one or what have you, unless they have a reason. I don't know. I know what you're. It's feeling familiar, and I don't know. It was like the person who asked for it just said blonde hair, blue eyes. So I just started drawing, and it was starting to look like a character, or at least, part of it was starting to look like a character from a show that I worked on a long time ago. So then I started changing it, and now I don't know who it is, but I feel like it's starting to look like somebody from cartoons. But I just don't know. I just don't know. So it's, for all intensive purposes, it's just generic lady face. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, tomorrow, later on, I'll just be doing through my day, and then I'll see a character like this and be like, oh, that's where that's from. But like I said, if in the request form under your channel and whatnot, you just write Twitch, I'm not going to assume, like people assume that I'm Streamlabs, that I run this whole place and I invented it and whenever I'm on stream. And I haven't even gone to the Streamlabs offices. I don't leave my apartment. I'm afraid of the world. I've gone places. I exist. I'm not that afraid. A lot of it is purely for comedic value. Ooh, I forgot to post that I'm doing a stream on my Instagram like I always do. Ah, well. There's still... Oh, snaps. 300 people watching this. Okay. That's a lot of people. Listen to what I say. A lot of people up on here today. Switch the color around. Fill it up. Make it sound. Some lines. Welcome to Squishville, girl. It's a real squishy world. Giving a wave with a bear. 'Cause you know they just don't care. Down in Squishville, you can fall. You won't get hurt, no, not at all. 'Cause it's all soft like a mallow. Don't worry about that squishy old fallow. Oh, man. I hope you've been here before. And you know that the score is we're just having fun and being real silly, making up rhymes. One of my neighbors is called Billy. Jonas. LOL, ma, I got a laugh for you. It goes a ha ha ha. And that's what I came up with for your name. And I don't know where I'm going now. And I don't need to explain that. This is a Twitch stream. I'm not trying to be mean, just trying to have fun on the screen. Everybody's going to TwitchCon and I'm staying home and having my fun. Making up rhymes at word association crimes. Oh, snaps. But yeah, TwitchCon is tomorrow. TwitchCon is tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, TwitchCon is tomorrow. If you go down to the TwitchCon, you can get some stuff, man. Just find Eric or the Streamlabs cleric down at their booth. So yeah, if you're a TwitchCon, excuse me for a moment while I do some horn tooting of my own horn, please and or thank you. Your horn needs no tooting. Just keep drawing this picture and, you know, then maybe later we'll let you do some fluting if you buy your own flute, Sarah. But no. Why are you going to... You don't need to praise yourself. It's fun, though. It's fun sometimes. But usually, you know, I'll do some sort of TwitchCon logo for each of the new TwitchCons for the past few years. And and I don't remember, it was last year or the year before. There's 2 a year at this point. I thought, it's a logo. It's gonna, whatever, it's gonna end up on t-shirts, maybe some stickers. That's about it. And Corbin went that year. Why can't I? Let's just break you then. Then Corbin sends me a picture of a wall where the whole logo illustration was just taking up a whole chunk of wall. And I'm like, well, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all. Like, oh man. And there's just like, Eric posted earlier. Like I did an animation that's up now on the Streamlabs Instagram and Twitch, or not Twitch, Twitter and Threads, where there's just a rack of, maybe it was in the chat, maybe it wasn't public. I'm not sure. I think it was public, but just a rack of just a million T-shirts, all with the logo that I did, or illustration. Like a few months ago or whatever. I'm just like, wow, there's so many. Like, they give out so many shirts and stuff at TwitchCon. And, but yeah, anyway, so yeah. I did a little animation of Kevin loading up his little bike, because this year's theme ended up being Kevin on a bike, biking through the tulipy countryside of Rotterdam. And, so I did one, like a teaser for the new Kevin buddy. I don't know if you can see right there. It is, yeah, right below real Kevin. There's a Kevin buddy, and actually behind Kevin is another Kevin buddy, which is a smaller Kevin plush, and I have a bigger Kevin plush in the living room. Unnecessary information. So, for the past few years, Madison's like, hey, C-Boss. She doesn't call me C-Boss, but hey, C-Boss. It's time for a new Kevin Buddies design, and I either, randomly make up some ideas, or she'll suggest some ideas, and then just, come with basically some sort of accessory, some sort of costume, some sort of build out. Don't look at me like that, Kevin. I'm talking about real things. Something to make the Kevin anew. So there's a teaser animation that I did last week of like kind of a little Indiana Jonesy type thing, where Kevin's like creeping up on this blurry, shadowed, what could it be now? What could it be now? Some guy's knocking at my door. I don't know. I don't see him no more. I don't know the words to any of these. I just know that I'm pretty sure that was a thing that my dad played. So it's probably like a Starship or a Jefferson Airplane Starship song. But anyway, why was I saying all that? Oh yeah. So if you go down to the TwitchCon today, you better go in disguise. If you go down to the TwitchCon today, you're in for a big surprise. For all the streamers that ever did stream is there to stream on the big Twitch dream. 'Cause tomorrow's the day the streamers have their picnic convention. But yeah, so I got to design a new little Kevin buddy. So that's sent off to some place that knows how to make those. And I'm like, I'm sorry, don't know what I'm doing still. Don't know what I'm doing. Just guessing. Is this a thing that can be made into physical reality? I haven't seen any of them other than the basic Kevin buddies. Physically, I would have loved to get the surfing Kevin. I was really happy with that one. Kind of miffed and angry that nobody sent me the surfing Kevin. Kind of miffed and angry that everybody doesn't send me every single version of these, 'cause I haven't been designing stuffed animals my whole life. And now that I'm doing it, I want them. Not necessarily important to my life, but I want them all. All of them are mine. So I did that, and then yesterday I was gonna do a stream yesterday early. Hi, notification, Surgentes. I want to collect them all. Oh, and sometimes there's pins. I get to do little enamel pin designs, which I also never did before. Hopefully they turned out great. Everybody says they turned out great. Everybody's trading them. They're like trading cards on the con floor, I hear. And I'm like, wow, that's fantastic. And then I hear the occasional wonderful person that's just like, wow, oh, so you must have got AI to do these. Good job. And hopefully somebody punches that person in the face. Now, Sarah, you definitely can't spend stream time, wishing people get punched in the face for using AI art. You just can't do that. That's not cool. You know that, right, Sarah? Yes, Kevin, I'm aware. I'm sorry. But also, AI art deserves a punch. Scummy Mummy. Did we not have this conversation before? I feel like we've had this conversation before, Scum Mum. But, no. Streamlabs isn't an actual person. I'm a person that works at Streamlabs. I did wear my Streamlabs shirt today, oddly enough. It's a comfortable shirt. I usually end up wearing it through the week, and I'm like, oh, I should save it for stream. And I never do, because I like it as a shirt. But no, I work in the creative department. I do marketing stuff, like I was just saying. If you go to TwitchCon tomorrow, there's going to be a bunch of swag that I had my hand in making. But also, the thing I was trying to get to is this year, aside from all of the stuffed animals and everything. And if you'd like, maybe not today, but maybe by next stream, exclamation point giveaway to participate in the art in the art stream. There's a request form, and it has a bunch of things to fill out. Ask for one thing. Put your actual channel name in the channel name or social media thing. And if you do ask for something, then start checking your junk mail, because occasionally throughout the week, I just feel like doing one of these, and then I send it out. And a lot of times it ends up in your junk mail. So keep an eye out, especially if you're in the stream and I'm definitely drawing something for you. Then keep an eye out. But yeah, this year, they were like, hey, the wall's bigger this year. Okay, so we want to make the wall mural illustration even bigger, so it goes across the wall even more. Like I'm already mildly overwhelmed with, like, this thing is like filling up a whole wall, you guys, at a place where like thousands of people show up, if not tens of hundreds of thousands. I don't even know. Thanks, Squishville. I don't know where I was going with this particular shine/shadow. Let's go this dark down here. No, I don't want that. Let's go across. Still connected. Why? There you are. So anyway, I don't know why I was saying all that, but that's reasons to just that I love my job. I get to do a little bit of all of these things. And that is what I do at Streamlabs. Like, basically, I work in the marketing department. Occasionally people need custom overlays and whatnot. Sometimes I'll do a little bit of the work on the generic backgrounds things, but mostly there's a bunch of amazing artists out there in the world. I don't know who they are, that make the stuff for the theme library and everything. If you're using stuff from the library, there's like always something new that either these many amazing artists. There's occasionally an artist appreciation post that Eric puts out talking about some of these artists and what they've done and where they're from, how they do, how they're real people. Why are none of my lines connected today? And then Corbin and Albert and Omar, who are like, permanent people that work in my art department. They also make a lot of that stuff, the reactive overlays and whatnot. Some things that we worked on that I'm not sure exist yet, so I hesitate to mention them. So as not to get in trouble. We're talking about things before you're supposed to talk about them. We just cover this with a bunch of lines, and then we can get rid of all the lines. That's not a good color. Let's pitch this up a bit. So anyway, if you're at TwitchCon and you go to the Streamlabs booth, there's stuff there. And they'll just give it away. They'll give it away now. And of course, they're always unveiling, sampling, sharing and showing new things that, if I paid better attention to meetings, I would know what those things are. Little details don't get too scary, and don't fall off the rails. Keep everything. Nope. Lost it all. Shadows and highlights, the ongoing fights. Did I forget to put the teeth in? I did. There we go. That looks less crazy. So yeah, my name is Curtis. This is Kevin. Exclamation point giveaway or command giveaway in the Twitch chat, possibly the YouTube chat as well. I think somebody corroborated that it also happens in the chat over on YouTube. But yeah, fill out the form, and that's where I get the ideas for things to draw for you, and then when it's drawn, I email it to you, and hopefully everybody, if you do come to the chat or if you have requested something, you make sure to check your junk mail, because I'm pretty sure 90% of the time the emails that I sent do end up in your junk mail. If I do draw something for you when you don't like it, that sucks for you. Because I'm still going to have a good time drawing some stuff. Maybe I won't. I'm still going to have a good time while I'm drawing it. Maybe I won't enjoy drawing the thing halfway through and I'll decide, I don't like this anymore. But I will persevere. I will not stop. Do not fear. Bouncing here and there and everywhere. Gummy bears. They're beyond compare. Old references, 'cause I'm old. But if you do like it, even better and wonderful. That always makes me so happy. Even especially if I'm like, I don't like this, I don't know, this could be better. And so I'm just, no, I love this and I will cherish it forever. And it's like, wow. Life is good and fun. Papa da, jelly bean rah. Glancing at the list, if you get the gist, I'm gonna see what's there. Try not to compare with what I'm doing already today. And keep it steady and have my say. It's laundry day. Squishville girl, it's your first time here. It's okay, there's no need to fear. A lot of people stop by real quick, hate it, and get real sick of my nonsense and silliness and spiteful dissertations about society. But it's cool if you wanna hang out and lurk with me. But yeah, if you're looking for a jelly bean, if you're looking for sweet damn it, if you're looking for a jelly bean illustration of some kind, either remote or logo or whatever else it says in there. I didn't make the thing, and I don't remember what it says. But yeah, exclamation point, giveaway, and jump in to that form and request a jelly bean so squishy, and call him Norm. The music stopped, so I don't feel like I need to perform, but I won't yield. And changing the rhyme like it's not made of steel, bending it sideways, and that's how I feel. Guys, gang, the lady downstairs is moving out tomorrow. And yeah, because of it, I got a couple of free extra art canvases, and she keeps trying to give away a bunch of stuff. But my apartment's already full of art projects that I still need to work on. But she's like, she's the last of the good people in the building. Like, I mean, not that the building is full of maniacs, but for a while it was full of maniacs. But she's, she's one of the good people in the building that doesn't cause trouble, that I'm not like, I'm not actively trying to avoid. If I'm like, uh-oh, I hear somebody out on the front step, I guess I'm not leaving my apartment for another hour, or I'm sneaking out the back door. Because I just, there are people I don't want to deal with. Sometimes some of those people that are like, I don't know you, I just live here, but it's like, hey, where are you going today? Ooh, what's in that bag? Oh, what's all... None of your business. None of your business. Let me just go about my business. Jonathan, back again. All the A's that you need to be a good friend to a Jonathan. But yeah, but also just in that thing where it's like, I don't want to help anybody move. I've said this before, the amount of people that I've helped move that I hate. Don't look at me like that, Kevin. I know I'm being awful. But like there was like people across the street that were just like filthy hoarders, like just everything about their life was just like, I don't want to touch this with a 10-foot pole. And then they moved everything out of their apartment in front of my apartment into the hallway and just filled the whole place and just like, finish moving, you guys, please. Finish moving. And then one day during that, this whole debacle, I could just hear the sound of what was definitely people just letting their furniture slide down the stairs. And it's like, well, that's not acceptable. Someone's going to get hurt or someone's going to get hurt. So I was like, I got to go out. So I went out and then was like, whoa, guys, do not slide. And they were just like debating on whether or not to slide this big, heavy, full chest of stuff. And I'm like, that is absolutely going to take out a chunk of wall at the bottom of the stairs. So do not let that go. I will help you. And as soon as I helped one guy who was easily 5,000 years old and had like literal like casts and stuff on still, it's like, well, I got to get back to the hospital anyway because of all the things that I'm dying of. And it's just like, okay. And then it was like, oh, thanks for the help. And then dude who did live there was like, well, I'm going to go deal with my wife who's not cool. So thanks for that. And I'm like, I'm just moving this guy now. I'm just moving all of his stuff downstairs. And then in my last building, guy upstairs was like, can you just help me with this one thing? Like, yeah, sure. And it was like a bunk bed from like a rent-to-own place. And he was like, and I'm just like, yeah, we got to unscrew this in order for it to work. And I'm unscrewing it. He's like, nah. Just like forcing it into pieces. And I'm just like, and he's like, what do I care? Like, I'll just sell it and get a new one from a different rent-to-own place. How are they going to track me down? Like, I don't know. With all the paperwork that the same way that you bought the stuff, like, I don't know. I understand how people function sometimes. So, they were already, driving me crazy as upstairs neighbors anyway. So I was like, all right, cool, good. I don't want to be a part of this, but the faster I help you move, the faster you don't live above me anymore. And then while we're doing it, there's like this pizza restaurant, like in the next parking lot over, and we're on the stairs that are going on the outside of the building that are looking directly over there, and we're like trying to move some stuff out, and I'm like, I guess I'm helping this guy move now. He's fully responsible. He's the one that's been putting carburetors and mufflers in the compost bin, so I feel like a crazy person trying to use the compost bin, and then the same with the recycling bin. I'm like, hey guys, I don't want to get the fine for, putting metal waste in the compost and the recycling bin. So can somebody do something about this? And of course, nobody's gonna talk sense into a crazy person. So anyway, I'm helping this guy move. We're holding furniture, and I see the super of my building at the pizza place just standing there, putting his hand on his hips like, judging us from afar. And I'm just like, are we doing something bad right now? And he's like, look at this guy over there. Look at him staring at us. Like, he's not going to do nothing. Like, do nothing about what? Should you not be moving? Are you sneaking out right now in the middle of the day? And now I'm helping? Whatever. Don't care. If I get kicked out of this place, I don't even care. Because, pigeons were starting to live in my ceiling. And the building landlord was like, yeah, we did everything we could to try and keep those pigeons out of there. We keep trying to close off that hole, but they just keep opening back up. And I sat there seething. What the seething is seethe. Of just, I work from home. And at that point, it was like, I sit here, window is there, and the only thing that I see besides my computer screen is the big hole that the pigeons come in and out of. And I know for a fact you have never done anything, because I thought real good and hard about doing it myself, but it's like 3 stories up, and that's too high for me to be on a ladder. 2 stories, too high for me to be on a ladder. Just to paint this ceiling, very difficult for me to be up on that ladder still. But I still thought about it real good and hard. And then he lied to my face while I was moving out. We're just like, well, we tried our best. Like, well, I'm glad I'm leaving because you're a liar. Goodbye. But yeah, I helped that guy move. Thankfully, the super was just, good riddance. And I'm like, all right, I was hoping that's what you would say. And then another day in this building, somebody was like, hey, can you help me with something? Like, my uncle's got a bad foot. Can you help me move this one thing? All right, go out. And it's like, oh, now I'm helping you move until 12 o'clock at night. Until 12 o'clock at night, because, yeah, your uncle has a bad foot. He literally has got a walking cast and is like, not much I can do. So you're going to be taking over this adventure. Like, what? I'm just the guy that lives across the hallway. How is this happening? Why? And then a few, scattered few other people that were just like, oh, you've been ruining my life. I'll do my best to help you get out of this building. I want to bring this air in a bit more. Let's pick this up a bit. But tomorrow, somebody I actually like is moving out. And I'm just like, oh, well, I'm definitely going to come down and help. Oh, yeah, another guy across the hall from the same apartment. Moved like 3 people out of the same apartment. Yeah, let's just go right here instead. A little shine. Oh, nothing at all. Yeah, nothing at all. It's probably better. So with her, I'm just like, hey, like, I'll try my best to actually come down and help you move some stuff out of the truck. Because she's a good person who deserves help. And it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've helped anybody move that wasn't under the auspices of spite, for spiting them because I want them to go away. I don't know what I'm doing here. And I'm pretty sure I'm still streaming every once in a while. I will think. That the stream is still working and then it's gone offline. Hey! What do I say? Hussein Vural? Hussein. Which apps indeed do you want some? Fried up cheese, or do you need some nachos or salsa? I don't know. I use all kinds of different apps, but for just straight up just drawing and doodling, I usually do Adobe Animate, which, I'm no longer championing. I'm not only saying, hey, this is great, you should use it. Because the people that make Adobe Animate don't care about it anymore. So, I've moved on to other programs for animating and stuff, but I still feel very comfortable with it, but even though it's got a lot of issues now. But as far as just doing a vector drawing, it's still my favorite way to do a vector drawing. And Watto goes, hey, and Watto goes, what? Put his hands up in the air. and shakes his little butt. Alright. That's all I care to do on that one. Unnecessary thick outline because I don't know, like I said, somewhat randomly picked this one. What if I turned my monitor so I could actually see it right? Oh man, literally 2 hours of me not just rotating this so easily. Person real quick. See what their deal is and start another one. Hit the bell. Hi. Ooh. Massey? Machik? Magic? I feel like there's 1,000 ways I could come up with to pronounce that. M-A-C-I-C. Magic. Magic? Machik. Controller, what do you use? Alright, I'm gonna guess a bit of a PlayStation controller for this one. I read it wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway, or start it anyway, and see what happens. I might move it to a different file later on. But it says a gaming controller and a stoplight. I thought it said stop sign. But that's fine. Already 4 o'clock. All right. You sketch out an idea and then probably do a cleanup on it on Monday. Maybe I'll even stream it. I don't know. Let's go with a PS5 style controller. Who's saying the roll? Exclamation point giveaway, or command giveaway in the Twitch chat. I'm not sure. You can tell me. Feel free to tell me if it works in the YouTube chat, I want to believe it works in all of them, but I don't know. But if that does work, that should bring you to a request form, and then you add your request in there, and if it's something I actually want to draw or feel like drawing or challenge myself to draw, then I will. And if I don't ever feel like drawing it, then I won't. But, yeah, throw your request in there, and whenever I don't have anything to do at work, that's the list I grab from and just make stuff for people. And that's fun and games for me. Perhaps there's a way to... No, that wouldn't work, would it? Because you ought to try... Yeah, never mind. I was about to suggest something, but I'm just a floating square trying to pull ideas out of your own head, Sarah. Still not my name. But yeah, if any of that made any sense, exclamation point, giveaway, fill out the request form today. Let me see what you have to say. Oh, damn it. Now I was thinking too much about other things. I lost the idea that I had. This. Oh, yeah, stoplights. Sketchier brush. If you've got an empire and you've employed a Sir Destroyer, it will be destroyed. A destroyer of empires, he's a Sir, knighted by a higher power. And watch out, girl. It doesn't sound good, but it rhymed. It's a nice try, but you've gone too far. You know you can't rhyme it anyway. This will be glowing. This one won't. Just thinking while I draw some things doesn't mean that it's a good idea.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
And here we go again, with our spaceman friends. 11 hours of audio that one could hear, and you know it's gonna be clear. Gonna be a NASA guy saying the flight didn't disappear. Touchdown in the sea. Brought back some moon rocks. Roy explores, can you see? Me from the moon, do you have to go pee? Kevin, don't look away. I know. Don't randomly ask people if they need. Just because it rhymes, you don't need to say it out loud, Sarah. Not my name. That's not my name. All right. I already I drew these on a separate layer. Yeah. Not that this is anything good. But sometimes you're just making shapes and thinking. Just thinking shapes and trying to find your perspicacity. It's always in the last place you look. Simpsons references. Because I'm your grandpa's age. Okay, this will mostly just be shadows and shape. This thing about saying stop light. It's hard to have a stoplight without the other colors, even though there is just traffic lights that are just the stoplight. Having ideas in an afternoon. It's Friday, it's late, but still I croon. There's no need for me to do this, but I persist till Christmas. Cat's gotta dance, cat's gotta romance, got the disco lights, no, rave lights and a glow stick. My brain's getting real sick. It's a word association game with emotes. Don't need to explain, don't like boats. Draw a circle, put it in the light, and everything will work all. Did I do that? I'm not Urkel. Just a nerd. Underwater. Need a snorkel. Oh, man. Alright. Stop light. It's just if I look up, but if I look at the it is a logo. Maybe I'll add text to it as well. And that way, if you want to get nuts, let's get nuts. If you're in Jurassic Park, hold on to your butts. And got some paper. Watch out for paper cuts. Have you danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? If you do, it's not right. He's a joker. He's not funny. He's got a gun that he pulls from his pants. What? I don't know how I was going to fit the word runny in there. Rocket battle from BB, from TBB. Hey, you battle rocket. Do you have power in your socket? What? I didn't say it would make sense or be fun. I did say it would be fun, but soon I will have to run. I'm just trying to find things that go with the song, things that will fill the wrong rhyme from words in my lexicon. Somebody's making a phone call from their car. I know they are because I can hear it from here. I'm on the second floor. Alright, what's this guy's name? Swaggo. Wait, is it the same person? Why do you have two different names? This one. Okay, seems to be. The name is the other one. I'm not old enough to look at your site or look at your Twitch page. All right, let's go with the other. So yeah. See, so often. Are you still in the chat, Swag? Swag gang? I know you were here before. You have 3 different names, and I wanna put them in the other lights. Gabby loves feet. No, thank you, not while I eat. But I'm not here to shame your kink or the things you dig. I don't give a frig, that's a swear word. Alright, this is... Ooh, what if... I kinda wanna just put like a... swag like that. I'm just not sure if the X belongs there, if it's just like that thing that you guys do when I'm old, where it's like, why are you saying the X in all these words? We just threw it in there. It's just a space. This is what we use as a space now, and I get it, but at the same time, I don't know. So I don't know if I need to include it. But I think I might. I'll put the X in this one. Let's fade this out a little bit so I don't forget. And then we gotta put the word gang. It won't look like this. This is literally just lines. This is just lines. I'll make it thicker. Stop is always on top. Red, yellow, green. And yeah, that's what my real writing looks like. Genuinely. See, I kind of like... let's go back to red. And there is some separation. Hey, separation. Working separate. That's how you get things done. Notch in there, so it's separate. But yeah, I think it would make more sense if I'd make something a group, so I could easily separate it. But it's also one of the reasons why I love Adobe Animate / the old days when it was Flash is when I really loved it. Why won't you let me? Okay. It's because I can just treat it like one big piece, but it's still vector, so I can still move things around and it's still separate because it's vector, and I can zoom in forever. 526,300 pixels. That's the DPI I'd like to PI. How many dots do we need in this symbol? If we're gonna print it, 300's the min. 90. Yeah. Already a group. 90. The more I poke at it, the more it just looks like boxes. I'm not sure, unless, what if I put like the stoplight little hood on it. Apple C, Apple Shift V, modify, transform, flip horizontally. Hold down Shift and the right arrow key and move it to where it's supposed to be. Yeah, super easy, super childish rhymes, but they worked. But they worked. All right, okay. Okay, this is starting to read as more of a stoplight. And the more I think and plan it out, the more I'm pretty sure. Ooh, I'm going to want to do it again at a different angle. Maybe I'll make them all red? Maybe I'll make them all red. Break all the rules. Let's break all the rules. There aren't any anyway. We're just making it up. I'm in control of the vertical and the horizontal. I kind of want to put the X behind this, but anyway, this will all be more symbolic. Oops. Something like that. PS5. It's too expensive and crazy. I can't dive into a world that costs that much, but Lego Batman has got me rethinking. Oh, man. Not too many things. Just go down. Yeah. Some ideas. It must be lighting nonsense. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. The building super was supposed to come into my apartment and do stuff like, God, last week, I guess? I don't even remember now. Yeah, I think it was like last Friday or last Thursday, and it was like, "You're gonna be home?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm always home." I was like, "All right, I can do some stuff." I was like, "All right," so I put my ladder in the living room next to the heat pump thing, and then it's just been sitting there. But I don't want to be like, "Hey, why don't you come over to my apartment and do stuff that don't need to be done anyway?" I never turned that heat pump on. I'm spending most of the week mildly on the edge of my seat, just like, "Well, any little notification on my phone is like, is he coming? Is he at the door? What does he want from me?" Let's make this a symbol. Let's fade it out a little bit. I still don't quite know what I'm gonna do here. There's gonna be some heavy shadows and some bright lights, I think. Might as well put these side bits in the right spots so we can some level of accuracy. Call that the center. Right? Why not? Is it the center? No. It's definitely not. Is that close enough? Yes. So, 1, 2. This in there. Where are you? use their spline curves to adjust. Ah. Sometimes you make a line, it seems like it's gonna be fine, then it keeps moving around. Whoa, 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 it's actually live in this live stream. Wait, I can't think of the real song. In the live stream, the sleepy live stream, the streaming's live tonight. Whoa, 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 I'm on my way. Nah, that doesn't work. In the village, in the peaceful village, the lion sleeps. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, a lion creeps. Watching out for poacher jeeps. That was an awful lot of work to go nowhere. To go absolutely nowhere. This part to be bigger. I don't know what I'm gonna do, or what style I'm going for June. I'm still just thinking and reaching for the moon. I'm not sure. Like it's still just bouncing around in my head. Like, I know, I'm aware that I'm going to completely change this next week. But it's mostly just the idea of I just wanted to read as a stoplight, but I think I've put enough parts in there. But now I don't really want the little hood part in there, but I do. And you know when you're drawing stuff, I don't know if you guys know this, you know that every time you draw a picture and you have to hate yourself through half of it, I'm in that space. Spice Girls back with a rhyming attack. And gotta know when to hold and fold and when to walk away. And Lisa Loeb, she says stay. You only hear what you want to. And this woman was singing my song. Lover's in love and the other won't stay. The lover won't go and the other won't play. I don't remember the words. I don't know why. Why did I do that? I'm gonna flip the whole thing anyway. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I was actually kind of somewhat thinking the opposite for a second there. Hey, June! Of making the internal stuff more like just geometric and shapy, and then having the outside being more just an actual just kind of scribbly thing, and maybe doing it in another program so the brushes are a little more brushy. But I'm just stuck in that mode where it's just like, I don't know yet.
Discovery, go and throttle up. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
And there's the NASA guys again. How many times in this 11-hour? Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. Because, like, same with, I mean, if we go back to this guy, this is kind of what I wanted when I started this one. We're like, yeah, I just wanted, like, a silly little bird guy. And then when I started him, where's his rough? Yeah, he was more like just this, where it's like, it's kind of silly, but it's basically just, like, still bird-shaped. But it's so hard to get there. Like, this guy started like this, and then it became like, I'm a hunched over maniac bear monster. But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, whatever I end up doing, I'll show it to everybody next Friday on the next art stream. If I don't finish it before then I'll finish it next time, but usually I'll try. Alright, I'll unlock the layer. Calm down, robot. Because there's definitely been a few, for every project I've ever done, but definitely for a few of these where I've not only like fully finished it and sent it away, and then, like, you know, climb into bed, covers up, like, can't wait to fall asleep. I should have put the fire on, and then it would, And sometimes I literally get up and do that in the middle of the night. Sometimes first thing in the morning, I'm like, all right, I gotta redo this. I gotta redo this all. And make it the thing that it should be. But other times, or quite a few times, I'll start and I'll be like, oh, this is definitely the better idea. I know what to do now. And then do a whole bunch of work and get to a point where I'm like, oh, you know what? Actually, first idea, best idea. There was no need to start this over. This was actually way better before I started smashing it to pieces. Exactly, like June. So many projects, like when I'm, just for my own, nonsense, fun, whatever. No matter how much I'm just like, I want to sit down and do a little comic strip. I want to sit down and do whatever. I want to start a little animation, blah, blah, blah. And so often, I can't, nothing. Like, there's just nothing where it's just like, why aren't you doing anything? And it's like, there's nothing in there. And it's literally, not until I either physically go for a walk, until I physically get out of this building, or get a shower. The shower is kind of the worst, because that's the one where I'm like, I have all the ideas now. Like, I can't write anything down in the shower. Or start working on it. But yeah, so often the hardest place to come up with an idea is right here in the place where I'm in the idea factory. It's like, nah, I gotta get out. I gotta get out of here. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream a while ago, it's an extra bit of pressure and difficulty knowing that there's a bunch of people watching. So a lot of times it's literally like, you know, not until everybody's gone away. Like even during the workday, sometimes I'm like, I'd really like to finish this, but I gotta wait till 5 o'clock when I can shut down all my connections to people in the world for work and whatnot, and just actually like, all right, now I have some ideas. Exactly. Like, I'm really bad for that. Like, really spending way too much time, like, trying to think of, like, well, the message. Look, it still has to fit with the message of the thing. And then in the end, it's just like, oh, we went with the fuzzy poofy ball with big googly eyes. Like, what does that have to do with dynamic systems management? Like, nothing. We thought it was adorable. So, there you go. You know, like, what is this thing? What even is this thing? Like, I mean, come on now. No, nope. Speaking of what is this thing, I opened another window. How dare you ask what this thing? I'm Kevin. Kevin is the thing. I'm like a little TV screen, you know, for streaming and whatnot. And I have a little magical antenna where all the words and all of the Wi-Fi's flow through. And then my eyes to see what you're doing and see that you're not doing a good job, Sarah. That you should be working harder and smarter. So, you know, just do that. Don't you dare take time to elucidate on what I may or may not be. I'm an iteration, as you can see. And I'm more adorable than, you know, anyone could ever be. I'm also adorable, and I have this little hat and a little bug. So, you know, and I'm a cat. Cats are more of a thing. Then this is my place of business, Sarah. Get that cat out of here, please, and thank you. Guys, don't argue. But at least you can all come together and be angry with me. And I'm the common denominator, and that feels good. That feels good. I'll still figure this out for sure, but for now, we're just gonna get something out the door. Ninja Wizard uses my website. Well, not my website, that's oversight. My website was about drawing pictures of me and my cat and playing Witcher. That part's not true. I've never played Witcher. You're talking about Streamlabs for sure. I'm not the Streamlabs, but I work here and I am demure. I've run out of words. It's got late in the day. Oh no. I'm covering up the thing that I just drew with a big block until it's gone. That doesn't rock. Ninja Wizard has got some streaming. Don't worry, they're not just dreaming. They'll be on selling shirts and scheming, winning battles and royales. Ah. out. Trying my best not to pout. Eating my vegetables so I don't get the gout. Use a map so you take the right route. These are just rhymes that don't go anywhere. Will that be a thing? Is that too much? I feel like that's too much. Pitcher snare. I don't know. Thought this channel was for the bot. No, it's just the Streamlabs Twitch channel. The bot is for the bot. The bot works in everybody's channels, does it not? It's a separate thing that does whatever the bots do. If it's giving you a problem, if it's having a problem for you. Exclamation point support. There's a whole team to sort through the issues that you have. Because I'm just a guy who draws pictures. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Pitcher snare. Pitcher snare. Got some Shia claps down there. But yeah, that's all I know. I don't know. I don't know if the bot's not working in this chat. Like I said, I don't know. Everybody's gone to TwitchCon. and I'm in my apartment in Canada. So if you have any genuine questions, concerns, slide on over to streamlabs.com or exclamation point support into the chat window, and that should bring you over to the support ticket area. We're one of the many, many Streamlabs professional scientists and wizards alike who know how all of this stuff works. Well, I spend my days, animating this guy over here, doing stuff. That's what I do. Actually, real quick, it's almost the end of the day, and I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, I never opened up my work email again. Oops. Let me see here. Here's what I did yesterday, or finished off yesterday. For TwitchCon. Let's watch the 16:9 version. Put it properly on the screen. Oh, pitcher snare. Just over here making my day. Where did that go? There we go. So this is what I did yesterday. I assume the sound will also play. Stop. Get out of here. Not that it matters. There's not a ton of audio in this. Pause this. That's something I threw together as fast as I could for Eric. And then the other one, so I animated that in Adobe Animate, which is what we're drawing in right now. And then the other one, the teaser for the new Plush Kev Buddy. Here we go. This one is done in Moho Animation, which is what I'm slowly semi-replacing my Adobe Animate with. It's definitely more robust and powerful as far as animation programs go. But as far as just drawing and doodling, it's just so fast. It's so much faster to just make stuff in Adobe Animate sometimes. But I semi-quickly threw this together because I still had to rig everything and... So, just a teaser. You don't get to know, really. Where's the rewind? Like what that Kevin is in the middle there. What could it be? It's a new Kev Buddy. So like that's, I don't know. I got to do that last week. So that was really fun. There was a much simpler thing where it's like, hey, we could do this thing. It's like, yep, this will take me 10 minutes. And then I'm just like, hey, what if he's like trying to discover it, like kind of Indiana Jones style? And then, of course, people like that idea better. So then I did that. But it was just like, ooh, this is really fun. Because, I'm still learning that program. So to experiment with a few different things. And then, literally that same day, like, oh, and there it is. Out on the Streamlabs socials and existing. And yeah, but I didn't want to confuse too much. He really needs the hat and a whip, but I'm like, well, I don't want it to be, too much of an Indiana Jones theme, because then people are going to be like, hey, so we saw the teaser for the new Kev Buddy. Obviously it's going to be an Indiana Jones theme, right? Like, no, it's not. It's Rotterdam themed. It's always going to be Rotterdam themed or San Diego themed. Is the other one in San Diego? Yeah, whichever one it's in. And mostly it's just like, hey, what do I feel like drawing or animating, or what's popped in my head, and, explore stuff. But, all that aside, all that being said, like I said, I'm gonna change this or keep going with this. I still don't know. It's still just throwing some lines down and seeing where they fit, and then I'll change literally the line quality, the line style, everything, probably Monday. And also working on a logo for Ren, who was also in the chat earlier today. And possibly starting on the next TwitchCon stuff, which usually happens right after the last TwitchCon. But yeah. Yeah, I've fully run out of steam. We drew this. That definitely started out looking like somebody else that I just can't quite place. I think it looks different enough, or I don't know. I think it feels like a cartoon I used to work on way too much, even though I changed the shape of the jaw. But anyway, to one and all, it's another wonderful week. I do really like doing these. I don't really have the energy today, but I wanted to anyway, because I missed last week, and that hurt, because that's what I was doing. I was doing the Indiana Jones animation last Friday, and I thought, I'm going to finish this before lunchtime and have plenty of time to do the art stream. And then it was like, oh, this is taking a half hour to render, and it's still not done rendering. I still got to do the sound effects, and there's still a bunch of things to fix and adjust. Maybe I can still pull it off. And then it was like, all right, art stream should have started 5 minutes ago, and I've got another half hour render going, so I don't know. and it always feels bad. But yeah, I try my best. Genuinely try my absolute best to every Friday, if not sometime during the week. I know I keep saying that, Kevin. Don't look at me like I'm lying. To do the art stream. It is fun, and I don't know. It makes me happy, and I guess also making you guys happy is also a side effect. That's good if that matters to people. If your happiness matters, then I mean it works out great for both of us. I mean your happiness does matter to me, but you know personally, it's all about me. I can't believe you're saying this, Sarah. Just, your job is to make people the things and also have a good time, for them to have a good time. Your happiness is, tantamount to a side effect in and of itself. Nobody needs to know about, just do the thing. And yep, we both run out of words, Kev. I get it. It's been a long week, and the neighbors woke up early, and I think we're all real tired. I think we're all real tired of loud neighbors waking up early.
I love the ruckus of an early morning, screaming and yelling, throwing garbage downstairs. Oh, it's nothing one more wonderful. Maybe I'll be the one. Maybe I'll be the one tomorrow, He-Man.
Anyway, oh yeah, when does He-Man? I'm gonna have to go to the theater to see that. Doing everything I can to avoid all of the posts, all of the trailers, all of the anything. But then I'm like, now I don't know when it is though, because I've been avoiding everything so hard. But anyway, like I said, I'm done. I'm done. I got nothing else in me. Energy wise, drawing wise. I will do some more. Tune in next Friday, same bat time, same bat channel, and or subscribe, or not subscribe, but follow the Streamlabs channel. Follow on the socials. There's usually a post. I didn't do it today, but if you follow Mr. Cartoons, that's me, on Instagram. That's where I post things usually in my stories. I'll make sure to at least post that I'm going live, and I did not today. So that's kind of moot point that I'm telling you, hey, follow this thing so you can. I didn't even do it. And if you want to see more of my dumb animations, either Instagram or YouTube, it's all Mr. Cartoons. It's like cartoons except with a U, because my name is Curtis, and then I subverted the A, and I think you can all do that math yourself. But thanks a lot once again. Yet another wonderful stream. People. I always have to thank you guys for not being trolls, for not asking for follows, for not saying, hey, looks like you're having a fun stream over here. You guys should come over to my stream where I'm playing a different game. We're doing a different thing. Come on over here, guys. Let's leave this guy's party. Come to my party. It's so nice when people don't do that and don't do it in other people's streams as well. Politeness. It's free, and it's not actually that hard. It's not actually that hard to do. That's all I ask for in life. If you see me in the world, don't stab me, don't threaten me, don't any of those things. But if you see other people in the world, don't threaten them, don't stab them. Politeness is free. I'm becoming an old Mr. Rogers. That's just how it goes sometimes. That's just how it goes sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. You're just like some guy, some old man talking to imaginary characters that try to give life lessons and to teach people to be, friendly and polite and say please and thank you, open doors and whatnot. Yeah, no, there's nothing weird about that at all. You're just some weird old-timey, TV guy from the Mr. Dress-Up Mr. Rogers era. That's what you've become. Except for some reason you're doing it during work hours when, this isn't really your job. This isn't even really your job. He's right. But he's also a jerk, and I don't care what he thinks. Oh, man. But anyway, everybody have a great weekend. Have a great week. If you are going to TwitchCon, I hope everybody has a fun time and a safe time at TwitchCon. I hope everybody managed to abscond with a good armload of Streamlabs and Logitech swag. I don't know, if you're going to stream, do it with Streamlabs. And if you're doing with OBS, then get the Streamlabs plugin so you can still have all access to all the things to do your tippings and alerts and whatnot. And it has all the stuff. It's everywhere you want to be. It's everything you want to have. And I wish I had one last rhyme, but I don't. I just don't. Oh, for the love of fun. I forgot to turn the music back on. So I was just talking with no background song. I'm gonna hit save on this file, and so I don't lose it all. And then I'm gonna go back to my work messages and see what I left on the wall. Gotta make a call, try not to fall.